This is about paradigm trickery. Let me explain. Okay, so say for example, the conservatives say we think that there should be no separation of church and state, and children should be praying in schools, and they should be saying pledge allegiance to the flag. Well, that seems pretty harmless, except for the fact that there are students, children, that actually their parents do not want them to pray to God because maybe they have a different religion or no religion. And maybe they don't want their children to worship an inanimate object like a flag, which represents the corporation that is the state, that is basically a controlling entity. That's the paradigm, okay? The paradigm is the controlling entity or aspect of society where we're forced to do something rather than being able to choose for ourselves what we want to do. So there's that, and then there's the hypocrisy that same child is not allowed to do meditation or yoga in school. Okay, what's the difference? Well, one is a dogma, a programming, religious programming, and the other is spiritual, where you sit in meditation and you self-reflect, and it keeps you calm. It's an anger management and also a healing process where you are self-controlled. You know, we don't want anybody to be in self-control, right? Then we can't control them. It's a paradigm. So here's another example. The Trump supporters want to be able to keep their guns. There's nobody says you can't keep your guns, right? Nobody's coming and taking your guns. But if you're afraid of someone coming and taking your guns, as they say, the government's going to take our guns. Guess who the government is? The same guy you supported as president right now, Trump, and his regime, his administration, and the majority is Republican, and the military is under his command. They're the ones that will come and take your guns if that were to happen, which it won't, because they have laser beams and they can just evaporate you. Come on, think it through. Anyway, so this is not about an issue, because obviously if it was about the issue of less government control, then they wouldn't be trying to stop people from having abortions or getting gay marriage or transgender operations or whatever. It's not really about that. It's about the fact that they don't want corporations to be taxed or wealthy to be taxed, and they don't want government interference as far as that goes. They don't want the government setting regulations that protect the environment, because the corporations actually don't give a fuck about the environment. They want to be able to do whatever they want to do, right? It's a paradigm thing. That's why they confuse everything. That's why they pit the conservatives against the liberals. And I have to say, the liberals in this case are the ones that have moved to the middle, so they make more sense most of the time than the conservatives. And that's not to say that there aren't crazy fucking people in both parties, because not everything is just about the party. That's an American thing. This is a world thing going on, this world paradigm control thing. It's look outside the box is what I'm saying, okay? This is confusion. This is a confusion tactic, where they confuse everything and they make it sound like the liberals are the ones that want more government and the conservatives want less government, when in fact it is the opposite. You can't accuse a liberal of wanting to take your guns away when they're the ones that are like, everybody should have freedom to do whatever they want to do, right? That doesn't make much sense, does it? That's because it's a fucking stupid, idiotic nightmare going on right now. It's a mind fuck. And people are just like blindly buying into it. It's ridiculous, and it gets me really upset. So I'm going to stop talking about it now.